everyone, and welcome to EH for Enthusiasts. Here's what's coming up. What may have been dubbed impossible by many, I take you along the 161's route from North Greenwich to Chislehurst War Memorial, and we encounter many enthralling hills and challenges, and we pass through all of its destinations such as Charlton, Eltham, Woolwich, and Mottingham, Chislehurst, and all of the others as well. Welcome to the program, everyone. I'm EH for Enthusiasts, and you join me here at North Greenwich. As you can see here, I'm currently stood looking on at the O2 Arena Dome, which is there in the distance. Now, obviously, you join me here as I am going to be attempting to walk my favorite route and childhood route, the 161. So obviously, that's a bit about. Obviously, this route goes from North Greenwich to Chislehurst War Memorial. So I'm going to be starting from the bus station, and the first stop is literally just over there. So I'm just gonna try and attempt to do my best, and at the end, what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna track it on a app for walking and see how long it's taken, and yeah, let's get started. I'm really excited to do this. Oh, and another thing is, if I do start to feel tired during the process, I will be taking breaks at certain checkpoints. So let's see how far I can go, and let's get a bit of a debrief and report on the 161, which I did earlier before coming here. Let's take a listen. The 161 is more than just a transit link. It is the historical thread connecting the affluent leafy commons of Kent with the industrial heart of the Thames and the futuristic redevelopment of the Greenwich Peninsula. The route started off in 1938 on May 4th, originally running between Chislehurst War Memorial and Eltham, and it was designed to replace a section of the Route 227. In 1952, following the withdrawal of the 44 tram, the 161 was extended to provide a vital stopping service between Eltham and Woolwich. The expansion began in 1991, where the route was extended to the south near Bromley North. The route was later scaled back as the network was re-restructured. In 1999, in the digital age and the Jubilee line beginning, the significant modern change occurred on August 7th when the route was extended from Woolwich to the newly built North Greenwich station to serve the Millennium Dome. This necessitated introduction of low-floor double-decker buses to meet the new accessibility standards of the Jubilee line extension. Moving through to the crucial stopping points along the route, we'll start in Chislehurst, where the route is known for ancient caves, actually chalk mines, and its statue as a residence of the Napoleon III. Chislehurst marks the rural suburban start of the 161. The bus begins at the War Memorial, an area that has maintained its village-like atmosphere despite expansion of London. Into Mottingham, historically a hamlet of the border of Kent and London, Mottingham has served as a haunting ground for Henry VIII. The arrival of the 161 helped transform it into a remote agricultural area, into a commuter suburb in the mid-20th century. Into Eltham, it has dominated because of Eltham Palace, a former royal residence where Henry VIII spent much of his childhood. The palace was later transformed in the 1930s into an Art Deco masterpiece by the Courtauld family, coinciding with the era the 161 first began its service. Shooters Hill Road, which is looking at 132 meters long, is one of the highest points in London. It sits on the ancient Roman road Watling Street. Historically, it was a notorious haunt for the highwaymen due to the steep climb and the dense woodland known as Oxley's Wood. Today, it offers some of the best views of London's skyline available from a bus window. Moving into Woolwich, which was used as a military and industrial powerhouse for centuries. It was home to the Royal Arsenal, which manufactured munitions for the British Empire, and the Royal Dockland founded by Henry VIII. The 161 serves as a vital link between the historic town centre and the modern residential developments taking over the old industrial sites. Charlton is famous for its Charlton House, the best preserved Jacobean mansion in London, and Charlton Athletic FC. In the 19th century, Charlton's riverside was a hub for heavy industry, and the first transatlantic telephone cable was manufactured here by Siemens. Moving into the Greenwich Peninsula and North Greenwich, the northern terminus for the 161 has seen the most dramatic transformation in London's recent history. For a past century, the peninsula was dominated by East Greenwich Gasworks, the largest in Europe, and was a bleak, heavily polluted industrial landscape. In the late 1990s, the site was decimated for the Millennium Experience. The Millennium Dome, now known as the O2, was built at the tip. Now, it's a thriving urban village featuring the Greenwich Millennium Village, the Design District, and the North Greenwich Transport Hub, where the 161 meets with the Jubilee Line and the cable cars as well. In summary, the 161 represents the transition of southeast London from a collection of isolated villages and heavy industrial zones into a cohesive modern metropolitan area, and its route, now an ancient Roman path, serves local palaces and terminates at one of the world's most recognizable modern landmarks. Okay, so we've just left the first checkpoint, which was the station. So far, it's not been too bad. Well, obviously, because I've not even walked that far. As you can literally see, everything is still there behind me. If you can see, yeah. I'm just walking down this bit of road here. And yeah. I want to see, like, obviously walking all the way there might not be possible, but it's obviously just worth a good try. And also the weather today is absolutely perfect. It's actually the perfect weather to be doing this. It's not too cold, it's not too hot, it's literally just right. So I will catch you when we get to our next checkpoint, which will be around the leisure park bit. You know what, I am really impressed with all of these new apartments which they're building in the area. It's just adding on to what was already there from like 2015 or so. But yeah, so far I'm feeling okay. But I feel like I should have used the toilet beforehand, but I'm not too desperate, so I should be fine. But obviously, if I do get to a checkpoint and there is a toilet, I'll just stop there and go. You actually have one of the 161s right here. And it was actually the same one which I was on earlier, which is more funny. Because she must be thinking, what the hell is this guy doing? But yeah, I've got 180 in the distance over there as well. But yeah, let's keep going, guys. Let's go. Right, so we've made it to where they're building these new houses, which I don't think all of them have been what's it called, done yet, but they're actually looking very nice. I like the color scheme which they've used. They've gone for a pink on one side, then the other side's like a nice baby blue. It's very nice. And obviously on the other side to my right, you have the ones which were built, like, they're not even old, but they're from a very long time ago. I'd say that at least before the 2015s, probably, yeah, probably before the 2015s, which is incredible. But yeah, let's make it to IKEA and I'll catch up with you guys again. Ladies and gentlemen, you do join me at the IKEA. We've made it to our next checkpoint along our route to Chislehurst. Currently feeling not too bad. I see another 161 which is left. The challenge is how many are gonna be coming behind me. That's the real challenge that I want to find out. But I'll catch you when I get to the M&S. Yeah, when I get to M&S, I'll catch up with you guys again. And it's a B5 as well, as you can see. I think that's 13064. Yeah, 13064. Alright, let's keep continuing along this journey, because I'm actually enjoying it so far. I thought I wasn't gonna make it this far, but we have, so yeah, that's really it, guys. So another thing is that obviously at the end of this, when I'm looking at the map, it's not gonna look like I'm actually following the line of route. If it doesn't, that's because I'm going through the pedestrian walkways, because I'm not on a vehicle or anything like that. So if it looks a bit weird, that's the reason why. And also another thing that got me thinking whilst I was on this walk, right, I'm not going at a very fast pace because I don't want to waste energy and sweat. I say that, but that's not sweat, guys, that's just oil from my thing. But as I was saying, whilst I was doing this, I just realized like how slow walkers actually are, because I'm going at that pace but I'm still overtaking you. It doesn't make any sense. Can someone like explain that to me, or I don't get it at all. But enough ranting. I'll catch you guys when we get to Woolwich Road Victoria Way. Yeah, Woolwich Road Victoria Way. Apologies, guys, I totally forgot to update you once I got to the M&S, but it's literally in the background there. You can even see the sign to the Charlton Riverside is here as well. This hasn't actually been too bad, you know. I've enjoyed taking in how nice of a route it actually is, because it is a really nice route. As you can see, can you? Wait, let's walk to it. There you go. So you got the M&S, Sainsbury's, Argos, and all of the shops inside the Sainsbury's, Costa, Timpson, Specsavers, Explore Learning, and the Pure Gym. I think I might take 5 minutes, because the 161 which left is still stuck at the traffic lights which are there. So I'm actually very close to it, surprisingly. I actually thought that it would have already been long gone, but I totally remembered that the traffic lights, not the traffic lights, there's roadworks in Charlton. So yeah, gonna take 5 minutes and then I'm gonna continue from there. Okay, so I have now made it to Charlton Station, Woolwich Road, and I did just realise how badly the roadworks which they're doing here would have actually affected this, because I had to, instead of going straight on where the 161 was years ago, I'm having to walk a bit further down to cross the road. But it's not really affected, because usually you'd cross it from over here, but you can't do that right now because they're doing work. So I had to walk a bit further back, but it didn't really affect me. So I'll catch you when we get to the next checkpoint, which will be Greenwich Trust School. Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to EH for Enthusiasts. You still join me here in Charlton. I've decided that before I get to Greenwich Trust School, I'm going to take another pit stop because it's now starting to get a bit more warmer and a bit hotter. So I'm going to take 5 minutes and then carry on again from there. Right guys, welcome back to the program. We've made it to our next checkpoint, which is the Royal Greenwich Trust School. Okay, so now it is starting to get a bit more hotter. If you're asking like how I'm feeling, I'm not feeling it in my legs yet. My legs are still fine. I feel like it's just because it's a bit hotter now. Starting to sweat a little bit, but I should be fine to continue a bit longer. The good thing is that with 161 it doesn't go the route which the 122 goes, which is up Academy Road. It goes right and it goes through the hospital first before going up. I can manage with the one near Baker Road. I wouldn't have managed if I was doing the 122. I think I would have struggled if I was to do that one. Okay, the next checkpoint will be Woolwich. Let's do Woolwich Ferry. So, actually no, if I'm at Woolwich Ferry, let's do the stop before Francis Street. Is it? No. Yeah. No, wrong. It's Kingsman Street. I'll get back to you at Kingsman Street, guys. Okay, right. Welcome back to the program. So we've done Woolwich Ferry. We're now at Coldwood Street. We're basically, would we say Woolwich is halfway? I'd say either Woolwich or Eltham would be halfway, but I'm actually enjoying this, you know. Like, I didn't expect to enjoy this, but it's been really fun. Fuck. I'm just trying to think, like, sorry, I was just watching someone cross there. I was just trying to think, like, because I've done this, should I cycle the 180 next? Because there's probably no hell's chance am I walking from North Greenwich to Irv. Yeah, I say that, but North Greenwich to Chislehurst is probably longer than what I'm doing now. But we'll just have to wait and see. And I'll catch you once I have gone past Woolwich Arsenal Station. So I'll see you in a second. Right, so guys, we made it to our next checkpoint, which is Woolwich Arsenal Station. So yeah, I've basically walked from North Greenwich to Woolwich, which in itself is already sublime. I wasn't actually even expecting to make it this far, but I'm really proud of this effort. I'm gonna keep on trying to go further, but if I can't, I'll try it again at another point later on. But other than that, I'm very impressed with this effort, to be honest. Right, EH for Enthusiasts, you joined me at Gunner Lane. I'm basically on the Woolwich Common bit. I'm one stop away from Hall Road. Just stopped to take another pit stop because it is very hot. And I still have to go through Chislehurst, Eltham, Mottingham, and then Chislehurst. But I should be fine. Another 161 is passing by me now. The same one which I saw earlier. Just there. Oh, where is it? There. But yeah. If you just give me 2 minutes, then I will continue, and then I'll catch you when I get to, what's the next checkpoint? Queen Elizabeth Hospital. There goes another one. And it's not even been 2 minutes since the last one came past. Right, so you guys join me as I'm walking to Queen Elizabeth Hospital by the main entrance. I did take a stop about 2 stops ago, and only so far have 3 161s gone past me, and I can already see the hospital in the distance. So yeah, I'm really impressed with this effort. I never expected to do this, so props to me for that. But let's keep going, guys. Something that I used to love as a child was always coming down to this area here. Like, it's in summertime, it's so nice, because I always used to come here with my siblings to just chill and like ride our bikes and stuff like that, play football. And yeah, it just brings back so many memories to when I was much younger. So I do love to come and visit here once in a while. But yeah, I will catch you now when I get to Shooters Hill Road. So wish me luck. Alright, welcome back again, guys. You join me now in Eltham. From the last time we checked in, I have now made it past Shooters Hill Road. I'm basically at the bottom of Eltham station, so I'll probably catch you when I get to Mottingham, which will be the next checkpoint after that. But you know what? This walk's been very lovely, and because it is my favourite route, I wouldn't say no to it. So catch you at Mottingham. Right, so ladies and gentlemen, you join me now at Royal Blackheath Golf Club. Basically walking towards that stop, and I'm at the bit where we go down to Mottingham station. So we're very close, because there is no in between Mottingham and Chislehurst. So Chislehurst is basically our next stop after all of the Mottingham bit. So this is literally the last push. We've done North Greenwich, we've done Charlton, we've done Woolwich, we've done Chislehurst Hill Road, we've done Eltham. Now we're here. Final push. And we've basically done it. So when I do get to the bottom of the hill and I'm by Mottingham station, I will check in with you guys again. Say though, just by walking down here, all of the houses which are here are extremely lovely. As you can see, we're at Royal Blackheath Golf Club. But yeah, as I was saying, they must be ridiculously expensive as well, because if you're looking at some of these houses, there's no way that they're not like in ridiculous amounts of price ranges. But yeah, we are basically almost at Mottingham station. Just need to go around the bend, which is here, and then we're there. So I'll catch up with you guys in the next seconds or so. Right guys, you join me at Mottingham station. It's literally right in front of me. So we literally only have one more push and we've done it. So I've been very impressed with the effort, you know. Like, no one would actually think of doing this, and I've basically almost conquered it. Just need to do the last final stretch and then we can finally call it a day and then go home. But yeah, I'm gonna take 2 minutes and then after that we'll finish this off. Mottingham station, guys, we've made it. Literally last push to Chislehurst and we are done with this challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, you find me walking now to Mottingham, Prince of Wales. It's literally in the distance, I can see the bus stop, but we're basically there, guys. We literally only have about 2 more hills, like proper hills, to do it, and then we're done. I'm actually very surprised that I've managed to commit to this challenge. Like, from when I left North Greenwich, I never even expected to make it past Eltham, let alone be in touching distance of Chislehurst. So massive credit to the mentality and the dedication to doing this. Yeah. So we've made it past Ravensworth Road, and now I've encountered this big massive hill which we're gonna have to overcome because there's literally one more as we get to Ingleby Way. No, not Albany Road, sorry. So we're gonna have to deal with this, and then once we get to the bottom of Albany Road, I'll get back to you guys. But this challenge has been very fun. I started at 2:05 and it's now basically 5:30, I think. So yeah, let's keep pushing. I think overcoming this might be the biggest challenge yet until the next one. But we've done very well on it so far. So I'm very impressed. Definitely not that much longer left to go. So yeah. Let's keep pushing, lads and ladies. EH thorough enthusiast, you joined me at the top of Ingleby Way. Feels like I've been walking since like forever, but it's been very nice. I've actually very much enjoyed it. Yeah, it's not been too bad. This whole way from the very bottom, like over there, all the way up here, and yeah, very impressed. Now we're very lucky because everything from down here to Chislehurst is downhill, no more uphills. So very grateful, and I'll get to you when we get down there, guys. Oh, walking down Red Hill gives me so much joy, guys. You don't understand. Like, there's just something about the 161 which is so nice that I can't actually explain it. And it's so funny because all of these other drivers who I went past earlier, they're now going back that way. I think I've probably seen them about 3 or 4 times. But yeah, we're literally not that far away now, and then the challenge will be completed. So I will probably get back to you when I get to the walk down Centre Common Road. So I will see you then, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to say Why is there police in every single shot that I try to do? Okay, I'm in Chislehurst now. We're at, let me flip it. We're at Centre Common Road War Memorial. We're basically not too far away from the last 161 stop. And then we completed the challenge, but I'm just seeing so many police cars heading towards Bromley. I don't know what is actually going on today. Like, there's been police everywhere that I've been. But yeah, we basically completed the challenge now. And at the end of the video, I will show you all of the stats and everything of what we've done for today. So when we get to Chislehurst, I will give you a debrief. Right guys, so that walk, I would say, was probably a bit 50-50 to be honest, because at the start it was a bit difficult, but towards the end I did start to find the momentum to continue doing the walk, which drove me on to keep on going. We've actually finally managed to make it to Chislehurst, as you can see the bus in the background. So yeah, I do look forward to doing it again soon, but that is it for now. Remember, if you ever miss our show, you can find the latest episode shortly after it airs on our podcast. And remember, you can always catch us online on our website and all over social media. Thanks for watching, and goodbye from Chislehurst here in London.